BowHunt or Die is being brought to you by Matthews, Lost Camo, New Archery Products, Tinks, Lone Wolf Portable Tree Stands, Stealth Cam, Carbon Express, Hunter Safety System, Heartland Wildlife Institute, Moose Utility Division, Pine Ridge Archery, and the Can Cooker.
Welcome to another exciting episode of BowHunt or Die. I'm Todd Graff. Along with me is Justin Czar. Justin, what do we got going on this week?
Well, as most people know, we had kind of a rough weekend. It was warm, rainy, and windy, which just isn't really a great combination for deer hunting. You know, but hey, let's face it, we needed the rain. It's probably a good thing. Season's still early, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Now, despite the weather conditions that we had, we still have a lot of great hunts to bring in this week, including, you know, a couple people had some close encounters with some nice deer. And I know that, Todd, you've actually been seeing a couple nice bucks up on their feet lately.
That's right, Justin. I have actually been starting to see more deer on their feet. Now, it's kind of interesting because I've actually been seeing a little bit less amount of does, but now I'm starting to see bucks, which is kind of good because some of the stand choices that I've chosen, personally, I like to think they're in buck areas. So in this case here, I had encounters with 3 different little bucks. One of them was kind of neat. I don't know if he got hit by a car or it just his antler grew this way, but it's like literally growing down and then straight out of his head. Kind of a neat little buck. And then sure enough, I saw a nice big 150-inch, I'm thinking 8-pointer. He may be a little bit smaller than that, but just a dandy of a deer. Never came close enough to shoot. And then of course, finally, Monday evening, a big buck comes in, and yes, I did get lucky. I might as well call it get lucky, and I did shoot a nice big buck on film, so that's going to be pretty exciting to see.
Yeah, we're going to have that hunt for you guys actually in next week's show. You know, the cool thing I think about your hunt, Todd, for this buck that you guys are going to see was right after that front moved through with all that bad weather. Had a pretty cool day on Monday, and sure enough, you know, Todd was able to harvest a nice buck. And, you know, that same evening, our buddy Bryan Mazur was also out in a tree here in Illinois looking for a little bit of redemption. So let's check in with him and see what happened.
It's Monday afternoon. We hunted last night. It pretty much rained the whole weekend. Didn't really see anything. The deer were really spooky. It was rainy and windy and nothing came close enough. Tonight our goal is to try and just get a doe, get my confidence back up because earlier this year I shot a buck and we couldn't find him. So we're just going to try and hopefully whack a doe before rut comes by and get my confidence back up. And then I'll be able to whack a big buck, so stay tuned. Okay guys, we just got set up. We got this little ridge valley thing running through in the middle here. And there's an old like 4-wheeler logging trailer or something right down here. It's real clear and open in here. So that should be good for shots. We spooked like 3 or 4 deer on our way in, coming over there. They ran up the hill. Hopefully they come back around and I can whack one. Get my confidence level back up and whack a doe or something, so stay tuned. You know, we've been at it ever since it opened. Opening day, I shot that one buck and we couldn't find him. Did a great shot. Couldn't find him. Been back out it quite a few times. I'm trying to get at least a doe down and get my confidence back up. And since it's early season before the rut comes around and bucks start chasing after everything, we figured we'd get a doe down. Haven't gotten anything in range. And tonight we finally got it done. You know, I didn't make the best shot on her. I mean, she fell down and I just spined her and it worked, but next time I'd rather make a better shot. Hopefully when rut comes around, a big buck comes by, I'm able to make a better shot. So I'm gonna go home, keep practicing, hopefully get better at it and make a heart shot on the big next buck that you see me behind. So stay tuned and bow hunt or die, baby.
Bryan had a tough start losing that buck, but I'll tell you what, he's definitely on his way to rebuilding his confidence. This team here has got a great future ahead of them. I have a feeling if anyone's going to put down a buck in the next couple of weeks, it's going to be Bryan and Paul.
Well, as Todd said, I'm sure that was a huge confidence builder for Bryan. I will say this, he's definitely got the one up on me because it took me until I was 16 to harvest my first deer with a bow. Bryan's only 14 and he's already got a couple on the ground. Now next up, we're going to check in with Richie Music, who's hunting with Tom Alford right here in Northern Illinois. We're going to see how they've been doing.
We're back in the same setup we saw that big buck Sunday. We're hoping tonight he's on his feet again. And then he comes in a little closer. It's real windy today though. We got a southwest wind again, which is what we want, but the winds are like 20 plus miles an hour, so if he does come in, he's gonna have to be close to get it done. But Tom's on the camera, I'm on the Matthews. We're looking to make it happen. 10-10, here we go, bow hunt or die. Stick with us, should be a fun night. Boom! Coyote down. Dude, I slammed. He's done. I think he's done. He did a circle. The kill zone tore him up. All right, guys, we just got down out of the tree. We're losing light fast. I see the nocturnal glowing over here. I hope that's a coyote laying there. I hope he didn't break the arrow off. I'm gonna sneak into this woods real quick and see if I can't drag him out here. Look at that. He snapped the knock. Carver Express Maxima. Tore it up. Whoa! First kill of the year was my new Matthews Helium. Got a nice coyote here. Look at what that NAP kill zone did to him. Look at this. If you're looking for devastating performance, look no further, folks. Right there. NAP kill zone. Look at that exit hole. Unreal. Look at that. That coyote didn't even know what hit him. He was dead in seconds. Seconds. New Matthews Helium. Finally got to draw blood. Couldn't be happier. Perfect combination. Northern Illinois, October the 10th. This is what's scaring our deer away out here, so anytime we can, we'll try to take a few out of the herd. So pretty pumped, guys. Bow hunt or die. We're on the board.
I know for a fact that Tom and Richie have been hunting hard and have been getting a little discouraged. It is still super early in the season, guys. We've got weeks ahead of us of good hunting. And one thing for sure, if a good predator comes along like a coyote and you want to take it, now's the best time to do that and get it out of the way. That's exactly what they did. They did finally see that one big buck on their feet, which tells them that their stands are in the right place. It's just going to be a little bit more time.
Man, that lighted Nox sure looks awesome on video. I know I'm using lighted Nox this year, and I really can't wait to see what it looks like when we shoot a deer with one of them. Now, for those of you that do go on bowhunting.com and read our blogs or our articles, I wrote a big piece earlier this year on lighted Nox selection, which one is right for you. You may want to check that out if you got a couple of minutes. Now, next up, we're going to check in with Jordan and Jessica Howell down in Indiana as they hit the woods, so let's see how they do.
Today is October the 13th, and this morning we're hunting in the stand between a feeding area and a bedding area. So we're hoping we can catch a deer going back to the bedding area. So I hope I can get one. Okay. Oh my God. My gosh. Come this way, please. Come this way. Oh, are you kidding me? I shoot the little one. I just want to shoot one. Don't wait for the big one. Shot a doe. I think she was about 15 yards. I don't know. I just got excited, but my first Indiana deer, my second deer ever. Bow or die. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes, so we're gonna get down and go look for my doe.
Here she is. This is the doe I shot early this morning around 9 o'clock. She went down about 70 yards and fell down. Matthews did an awesome job. So it's my first deer in Indiana. I'm really happy and so happy.
Now that was a great hunt for two different reasons. First of all, it was only Jessica's second deer that she's ever harvested with a bow. It's very special to be able to do that on film. And second of all, that was actually the very first woman bow hunter we've ever had right here on Bow Hunt or Die. Now it's great to see Jordan and Jessica out in the woods together, enjoying to do what they love, and that's something that you're starting to see more of. Women are increasing their numbers in bow hunting every year. It's one of the fastest growing segments in archery. So any of you ladies out there that are watching the show, if you want to get out in the field, bug your husband, bug your boyfriend, tell them to get you a bow and take you out with them. I'm sure you guys won't regret it.
Let's take a few minutes now to check in with some of our other pro staff members.
Last time we were out, Richie shot a coyote, saw a couple deer. We're going to a new spot we haven't been to all year. We haven't even trimmed any lanes. We just left it untouched.
He's dead to rights, but just not big enough.
Just before 5 o'clock, we're all set. Didn't make a sound, hopefully, so we're ready to go. Another 2 hours and he should come by right down this trail, right in front of us.
We saw a couple nice 7-pointers tonight. Can't argue with that, but November is definitely my favorite time to hunt, so I'm looking forward to that.
Here's the scoop for tonight. I'm coming in here. I'm going to check one of my stealth cameras here and pull the card out, and I'll check it at home on the computer, but I'm going to sneak back in here, and I got a southwest wind, and I put a stand in here back in August, and I put a bunch of a scrape line in with some power scrape and get those bucks working back through there where I want them to. So I seen 4 bucks here the other night, all 1.5 year olds, but there's a couple shooters in here for sure, and then there's one that's borderline. I'm not sure he's the right age, but I'm not sure if antler size he's the one I want yet. But anyway, I'm in here, I'm gonna check some cameras, gonna go in, sit tonight, and I'll see you in the tree. Hopefully we can get something to come by us tonight.
All right, pretty good night. Nice 2-year-old 8-pointer there, 5x3. Came by, big brows, 5-6 inch brows. He's got potential. A couple does went through earlier, so I'm losing camera light now, so I'm gonna pack up and get out of here, and we'll be back in a tree another day.
Well, I got these, there's 2 does and these 2 bucks out on the levee, so let's see what happens. Maybe something good will come about.
Well, those are some classic examples of early October hunts for you. You know, everybody's seeing some good deer and some pretty nice bucks, but the bigger deer just don't seem to be on their feet during daylight yet. Now, one thing I think you can take away from some of these early season hunts is that kind of mental preparation and that checklist for when the time finally comes. You know, early in the year, you know, it really helps to be able to fine-tune your stand placement. Make sure you got all your gear packed properly in your bag. Draw your bow back. You know, make sure you're still practicing at home. Make sure your bow is still tuned up and shooting well, because when that big buck steps out here in a couple of weeks, you're definitely going to want to be ready.
As always, we want to take a few moments to thank the people who sent in their trophy photos. Allison Perrone, Eric Scott Turry, John Plimpton, and Mitchell Payman. Those are some great trophies, and again, if you guys harvest a nice animal, send in your photos and we'll publish them right here on BowHunt or Die.
Well, guys, that's all the hunting action we have for this week. Now, before we go, you know, Todd and I want to give a special shout out to one of our young fans, Caden Brewer. Caden actually just turned 10, and his dad contacted us through our Facebook page, said he's a big fan of the show, and actually wanted a BowHunt or Die themed birthday party. So his parents made him this really cool BowHunt or Die cake for his birthday. So we thought that was really cool. We actually sent him a little gift pack. So happy birthday to Caden. We appreciate you watching the show.
Hey, and I'll be honest, I kind of want to, I want a BowHunt or Die birthday cake myself. So
I'll get you one next year.
All right, fair enough. Now, with that being said, we finally have got another cold front coming in. We've got a couple more days of warm weather and kind of windy out, but we're moving into a great weekend, guys. Good moon phases, cold temperatures. For those of you who've got the weekend off, or maybe who can take a vacation day, I'm going to go on the record for saying some deer are going to hit the ground this weekend.
Yeah, I think early on in the year, I predicted if we get good weather, this weekend is going to be really good. So I'm actually going to be out doing some hunting on a little public ground that I drew a special tag for this weekend. So hopefully I'm going to get a shot at something, and I know we're going to head out to the lease and see what happens out there. So you guys just got to check back next week right here on BowHunt or Die. You're going to see Todd's buck, hopefully a couple other deer hit the ground.
In the meantime, don't forget to check out facebook.com/bowhunting for daily updates, news, photos, and other exciting information. We want to hear your opinions and your stories, so join us now and like us on Facebook.
Get out of here, skunk. Dude, skunk, get out of here. Leave your hat or something, Mazur.
It's just gonna make it mad.
Psst.
See, its tail's up. You're so dumb.
Get out of here, skunk.